Computational English by Lucian. Green drawing connections 1 of 4. 1. In a binary opposition, 1 will be stronger. This is because 1 starts at it is the origin. The contention is exploring the relationship directionality methodology between two fundamental objects which have a relation. 1a. I prepared to collate the robot's knowledge. I did this by writing the ideology as a hierarchy. First, I wrote the question. Second, I wrote the answer. Third, I wrote the reason for the answer. In this way, I prepared to collate the robot's knowledge by writing the ideology as a hierarchy. 2. I prepared to detail the robot's knowledge. I did this by writing the ontology as a hierarchy. First, I wrote the reason. Second, I wrote the object name. Third, I wrote its connection with the reason. In this way, I prepared to detail the robot's knowledge by writing the ontology as a hierarchy. 3. I prepared to create a post-Marxist ideology. I did this by connecting the lost ideology hierarchy to the hierarchy. First, I determined that the first ideology in philosophy aiding finding the human value with the aid of the government. Second, I determined that the Marxist ideology aiding finding the literary phrase in a high-quality manner. Third, I wrote an intermediate computational English, government and Marxism-influenced ideology that wrote a presentation that properly delivered the viewer experience. In this way, I prepared to create a post-Marxist ideology by connecting the lost ideology hierarchy to the hierarchy. 4. I prepared to blend algorithms. I did this by connecting the lost ontology hierarchy to the hierarchy. First, I determined that the first algorithm computed which direction the sensor faced given a map. Second, I determined that the second algorithm found passing chords using the IIVVI chord progression. Third, I wrote an intermediate algorithm that composed music based on the sensor's surroundings. In this way, I prepared to blend algorithms by connecting the lost ontology hierarchy to the hierarchy. 5. I prepared to build a school. I did this by observing the lawyer help maintain ownership of the property. First, I drafted the contract to keep ownership of donated land with the help of the lawyer. Second, the landowner signed the contract. Third, I observed the contract prevent the landowner from taking the land back. In this way, I prepared to build a school by observing the lawyer help maintain ownership of the property. 6. I prepared to build a house. I did this by observing the building surveyor test that the building had good structural integrity. First, I detected the floor. Second, I detected the walls. Third, I detected the ceiling. In this way, I prepared to build the house by observing the building surveyor test that the building had good structural integrity. 7. I prepared to print an encyclopedia entry. I did this by asking the teletypist to type my ideas. First, I thought of a paragraph to dictate. Second, I found a teletypist matching the desired character. Third, I delegated typing the paragraph to the teletypist. In this way, I prepared to print an encyclopedia entry by asking the teletypist to type my ideas. 8. I prepared to encourage the native and settler to learn each other's languages. I did this by requesting that the teletypist translate the text into a local language. First, I aimed for the post-colonial native to understand the text. Second, I found that the settler would allow the native to read the text printed in the settler's language. Third, I requested that the teletypist translate the text into a bilingual edition with both the native's language and settler's language. In this way, I prepared to encourage the native and settler to learn each other's languages by requesting that the teletypist translate the text into a local language. 9. I prepared to distance myself from asterisk. I did this by shelling the snow pea. First, I read that Winston Churchill asked that if funding was diverted from arts, then what would we be fighting for? Second, I determined that arts was the conclusion from defense, not vice versa. Third, I determined that arts is necessary rather than defense. In this way, I prepared to distance myself from asterisk by shelling this no P. 10. I prepared to spend on high-quality thoughts. I did this by writing 50 economics as to be a founder of educational institutions. First, I encouraged pedagogical inspiration. Second, I fostered critical thinking with logic. Third, I cherished the influence of perfect meditation. In this way, I prepared to spend on high-quality thoughts by writing 50 economics as to be a founder of educational institutions.